morning and welcome to everyone there in YouTube land, Rumble land, fucking Twitch land, wherever the fuck you're watching from. Gonna wait for people to come in. Good morning, hello, and welcome. Craig, you piece of shit, pipe down. So the update I wanted to give on this for this channel is I will be doing sporadic fucking live videos and shit like that. I was talking to Craig, who's in chat, and so many other people. I will be Well, Craig, you're the only motherfucker in here, and whoever's watching on Rumble. So this, and whoever's gonna tune into my fucking Twitch, I was gonna sum everything up into fucking one. So whoever tuning in, I want to give an update on through my channels and shit like that. So I will be doing sporadic fucking lives on this shit. These three platforms I'm doing: Rumble, Twitch, fucking YouTube, whenever I can. I want to give a huge shout out though. Not just to this one person. I want to give a shout out more so to multiple people. Um, the first shout out I gotta give a huge shout out to fucking Craig. Craig, you already know, brother. You keep me on my fucking toes 24 fucking 7, brother. Um, Constantly telling, motivating me to, go live and shit like that, like I'm doing now. Um, I want to give a huge shout out to Simon. You know, for having me on his show every single week. Mr. Tense Pipe Down. I want to give you, like I said, what the fuck was I now? Oh, I want to give a huge shout out to Simon for having me on his channel every single fucking week, every Saturday. Um, Huge shout out to him and everything. Also, him keeping me motivating. For him constantly motivating me, just like Craig. Um, to keep doing shit, not to worry about anything else. I want to give a huge shout out to just overall to the Savage team. You know, just to keep me on my toes and shit like that. With the shenanigans when we're not doing the shows. Fucking just having a good time. Even when we're doing the shows, just laughing and shit like that. Um, I want to give a huge, huge shout out, and I don't want to fill this man's ego. I want to give a huge shout out to the vaping Fagin himself, Freebasing Freddy, the Highway Hustler himself. If it wasn't for him, also helped me, get started, pumping videos out from 2016 to now. I don't know where the fuck I'd be at. Um, Especially trying to help me, get into the fucking vape stuff, doing reviews and shit like that. Um, Whether it's juice reviews or particularly device device reviews. But last and importantly, the main person I want to give a huge shout out to, Mr. Joff motherfucking Vapes, the famous celebrity himself, who got famous off of Bic. Um, I want to give a huge shout out to him. I spoke to him over the phone the day before yesterday, and got a new pod system coming from him. Got a new atomizer coming from him. Got a what the fuck do I else? Oh, I've a pod system, an RTA, coils, and Maviton cotton coming from him. So huge shout out to Mr. Job Vapes for that. Extremely grateful for him to be doing that. He may be also sending out some juice as well. Um, Pretty much. Well, no, correction on that. He had famous of you, Kenny, and Simon. Let's get that correct. Um, but yes, huge shout out to Ja for doing that. He didn't have to. You know, he's he's a good man. But huge shout out to fucking Ja for that. But the pod system he's sending me, I will be doing a review once I get my hands on that. The RTA, I will be doing a review on that once I get that. Um, and the juice that he's sending, I will be doing a fucking review on that as well. Stay tuned. I will try to. Uh, Craig and Kenny sent me. You got jokes. But just stay tuned for all that, man. Just keep an eye out for sporadic lives from this channel. Just tune into as my shoulder just fucking cracked. Just tune into fucking you know Craig Craig and Kenny show, which they had just started chewing the fat with Craig and Kenny. I don't know when they're gonna be fucking what day they got their shit scheduled. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for my shit. Um, Stay tuned for fucking Simon shit. Dougie. I was just informing people of an update on the channel and just giving a shout out to Mr. Jaffafa. Go subscribe. Go click that link that Craig just posted. I'm also gonna be commenting the link to this channel. If anybody wants to currently hop on and shit. And also, if y'all haven't done it already, go subscribe to KVR. Him and Stabby do a freaking live show every single fucking Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time, which is about 3 o'clock New York time. Go tune the fuck in. Go subscribe. Go win free shit whenever they have a fucking giveaway. Also, hit that fucking like button. Subscribe. Turn on your post notifications for all that shit from mine, KVR's, Craig's, Simon's, and whoever else who's big like us. Ugh. You know you love me, Dougie. But yeah, huge shout. Also huge. There's also another person I want to give a huge shout out to. Huge shout out to Doug. If it wasn't for Doug's shenanigans on the side and shit like that, I mean, you got a point. Um, but I want to give a huge shout out to Doug and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him helping me with my intro to the shows I was doing and shit, and also coming on when he can, it really meant a lot. It really means a lot to have a good friend like him, have a good friend like Craig, Simon, so on and so forth. To help me build my channel up and shit like that. Um, but huge shout out to him. Huge shout out to Stabby and everything. Huge shout out to all my friends over in the UK. need your IDs for new intro. I will. I'll definitely text you after I get off of this, or at least try to give you a call. Um, but yeah, everybody stay tuned for all that shit. What's going on, Andy? Huge shout out to Andy and shit like that. Craig, now bite your fucking tongue. Bite your fucking tongue. In fact, Doug, I'm about to text you right now if I can find our chat. Uh, Doug, yeah, I just sent you a text for that. But huge shout out to everybody, from the UK side for helping me out big time. Just to keep my shit elevated. For always being there for me and shit like that. And no, Mr. Intense, Andrew is not four letters, one word. It's four. No, it's not feet. It's four letters, one word. Yeet. I'm gonna do it for the one time. Since Dougie's here. Four letters, one word. Yeah. And yeah. Sorry for the poor quality in the sound. I'm trying to keep my voice low and shit like that, cause my father's sleeping. Will do, Doug. Thank you so much again for that. Craig, bite your mouth. Pocket great for quitting. The stinkies up the grabs tonight. Just saying. Just saying. Throwing that out there. Yes. Got the man boobs out tonight. What's going on, Frosty? Um, but yeah, updated. I'm gonna keep doing sporadic live shows like this. Like Craig was telling me privately. I think it was a few days ago and shit like that. Just do sporadic. As my fucking lighting turns to shit, I apologize. Um, just do sporadic live shows. Don't fucking have a set fucking thing, set time, set day, whatever. Just keep going live and shit like that. And Doug, you're right. Yeeting it easy, baby. But I'm gonna keep doing sporadic live shits. Who knows? Each day might have a special guest. Who knows? Maybe one day it'll be Doug. Doug. One day it'll be maybe it'll be Lucy. Maybe it'll be Andy. Maybe it'll be Simon the next. Maybe it'll be Craig. Gemma. Who knows? Maybe it's just gonna be me by myself. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like I said, I gotta agree. I gotta agree with what Doug. Yeah, what Doug said. Eating ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Jem, you're not wrong about that. I'm already starting to talk Scottish because of Craig. Craig got me fucked up. Fucking talking all that shite. But like I said, huge shout outs to everybody. You already did my shout outs. Updates for the channel, Sprag Live shits. I'm gonna, as soon as I get my hands on, I think it's the Vapor Wrestle Cross I'm getting from fucking. Yes, Andy, thank you for that. And Andy, I was gonna talk to you about this too, cause I was talking to Craig about this, and I was talking to Gemma about this too. From when me and Brian started, and later when me and Brian started the show that we was doing on Thursdays way back in March and shit like that. You know, everything was cool and everything, but I started feeling like, and I'm not bashing anybody, but I here's where I started getting uncomfortable and losing interest. I started losing interest in doing that show way back in July. Okay, and I didn't know how to break into anybody. Like, listen, I'm uncomfortable. I have no interest in doing the show no more. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, doesn't mean I wanted to stop doing it. Yeah, and I'm slowly growing it out. Um, but I doesn't mean I didn't want to stop doing the shows with other people. You feel me? You feel me? Like, I didn't mind doing a show with Craig. I didn't mind doing a show with Bick. I didn't mind doing a show with Simon. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind appearing as a guest on their shows and shit. Um, but it's like just doing a constant every day or every week show. It gets annoying. Constantly you have the schedule, trying to rush to schedule it, trying to make sure everything's good and shit like that. Um, that was my issue with it. So now I'm going back to what I originally wanted to do, and that's do live streams every yeah every single day or once in a blue moon. You know what I'm saying? I'll still do my daily uploads and shit like that. You feel me? Like that's what I love to do. That's just me. That way I don't. That way I can take my breaks. When I can. That's what I feel comfortable doing. I'll do a live show here and there, then take a break for God knows how many days or God knows how many weeks, and then I'll still do my daily uploads when I can when I'm done editing the footage. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm when I do my live shows like I'm doing now. I'm winging it and shit like that. That's why I'm gonna do my live shows every so often when I can. And then do daily uploads and shit like that. In fact, I was supposed to do. I'm gonna try to do a live show not live show. I'm gonna try to do a video this Friday, and then possibly either have it uploaded by Saturday or Sunday. Actually, no, yeah, I'm gonna record Friday and have it uploaded by Saturday. Um, and then I'll do everything like that, and then that way everything's good, and that way I'm not burnt out from doing multiple shows and not having the chance to do my daily uploads like I want to. That's why I'm gonna do once every blue moon or just fucking wing a live show like I'm doing now, and then doing uploads. Well, that Andrew, that's what I wanted to do. That's why I wanted to do these live shows sporadically. That way, I have time to still record my uploads that I gotta do, and then still enjoy myself. When I was do when I was doing the weekly shows that I was doing, I was not enjoying myself at all. Craig will even tell you. From all the private, even Gemma can tell you from all the private conversations I had with them, I was not enjoying anything. The only time I ever actually had a good time was when I was doing Simon Show with them on Saturdays. That's the only time I ever actually had a good time. But for those who want to know what I'm vaping on, Billabong with a freshly cleaned wicked alpha, and that has some vanilla ice cream custard cookie in that. Yeah, vanilla ice cream custard cookie. But yeah, just want to give a huge shout out to everybody. And Andy, I agree in that. I 100% totally agree with that. And I was in between me and you guys, and I was going through like literally all the numbers of views, and I get it, numbers don't, in my case, as my channel's still growing, numbers shouldn't matter, well, numbers matter, but for those who have a bigger channel than I do, numbers don't really fucking matter, you know. But in my cases, numbers do matter to me and everything. I mean, you got a point there, Craig, but in a way, like I said, to me, numbers matter. You know, as I'm scrolling through my fucking viewership shit, there's some videos where I'm pulling like over 100 views. Some of these views I'm pulling. I mean, that's because Craig can't watch his mouth. But I'm still gonna do me on at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Um, I will. What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Well, today's Wednesday, so Thursday I will possibly be doing a live show. This Saturday is yes. Um, Hopefully this tomorrow, if I don't do anything in the morning, I will be going live. So if Craig and Gemma, if you would like to join me on the live, you guys are more than welcome to do so. Um, like I said, I'm still gonna do sporadic lives and shit like that. And that's about it. Like I said, huge shout out to everybody that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, like Craig, this whole Savage crew, Joff, Mark, everybody who's still been there, through the uprisings and shit like that. You feel me? Oh no, Craig's got 100 accounts that got banned in 1 single second. But yeah, stay tuned for the next live shit like that. But hey, stay tuned for all that shit. It would depend on the time. It's right now. Well, text me, text me later or Thursday to let me know uh when you're free. That way we can go live and everything. But I'm about to sign off because I gotta go get some more sleep. I'm fucking tired. Y'all can hear it in my voice. But later, everybody.